put in advance, and they accept the opinion of Ali ibn Abi Talib before any opinion of the Sahaba. There are many stories. I don't want to take your time. I want to sum up everything. Here's Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas, one of the great Sahaba, great companions. He has said, أُعْطِيَ عَلِيٌّ تِسْعَ أَعْشَارِ الْعِلْمِ. That Ali ibn Abi Talib has given 9 out of 10 parts of knowledge that has been given to the companions. وَوَاللَّهِ لَقَدْ شَارَكَهُمْ فِي الْعُشْرِ الْبَاقِي. Even that 1 part, 1/10 of the rest of the knowledge, Ali ibn Abi Talib also has participated in that. He also shared them with that 1/10 of knowledge. This is Ibn Abbas, one of the great Sahaba, one of the great companions of Rasulullah. He declares that there was not anyone more knowledgeable than Ali ibn Abi Talib. One more thing, check entire history. Read any book that you want. Bring a single incident that Ali ibn Abi Talib went and asked anyone beside Rasulullah. He used to ask the Prophet all the time. But after the Prophet, history fails to show a single time that Ali ibn Abi Talib would go to one companion and ask him a question. Tell him, oh, Fulani, give me an answer. I don't know about this answer. If you find a single incident, then you can say anything. So we have a logical point. There is a great man, his name is Al-Khalil ibn Ahmad al-Farahidi. This man says that the fact that Ali ibn Abi Talib was needless of any companion, while all companions needed Ali ibn Abi Talib, is a sign for his leadership, for his knowledge. Otherwise, if I don't ask you a question, but it is you who always ask me the question, what does it mean? It means that I am better than you. In knowledge, my knowledge is more than you. That's what Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam used to do. Now, when you look at history, you see that first Khalifa, Abu Bakr, and this is again according to our Sunni brothers' book, they say that he did not know the law of inheritance. He didn't know if somebody dies, what are the portions that are getting to the males and females and the children and the wife. He went and asked his daughter, al-Mu'mineen Aisha. This is narrated in their books, and I have the address here. The other one, the second Khalifa, Umar ibn al-Khattab, there were plenty of ahkam, plenty of regulations that he used to miss on them. One of them, somebody came and told him that I am junub and I don't have water and I only have short time for the prayers. So what is the hukum? The hukum, you do tayammum, right? Tayammum, you hit your hand on the ground and do the tayammum. And that's the ayah says, فَإِن لَمْ تَجِدُوا مَاءً فَتَيَمَّمُوا صَعِيدًا طَيِّبًا. The ayah is very clear. Umar declared that you are not supposed to do your prayers. Wait until you find water. Later on, the Sahaba, the companions, showed him the ayah. This is with all due respect to brothers and sisters. My point here is not to insult anyone and not to attack anyone. We respect all the Sahaba. Yes, we differ, we criticize them sometimes, but not with scorn or insult. Wallahi al-Azim, my point here, with all due respect, we want to show the difference. Here, it's a critical point. Here we have to show the difference between the two. We cannot say that both were fine, equal, but all of them are in heaven. Khalas, we have to be that way. There is a clear demand, there is a clear mandate from God to tell me whom you're following. My point here is to compare and contrast between the two. More than 57 times, the second Khalifa himself has declared, لولا علي لهلك عمري. لا جعلني الله لا أبقاني الله لمعضلة ليس لها أبا الحسن. May Allah would not leave me for any problem that Ali ibn Abi Talib cannot solve. 57 times. Here, if you don't believe me, check Al-Isti'ab في معرفة الصحابة, volume 3, hadith 1103. Check it, and you will see it by yourself. Of course, there are plenty. I don't want to take your time. So this is regarding the knowledge of Ali ibn Abi Talib. No one could claim to be more knowledgeable than Ali. And this is by their own criteria, their own rules. We're not talking about our rules yet. The second point, brothers and sisters, is justice. Fair ruling. Be a fair ruler. All of you remember when Aqil, brother of Ali ibn Abi Talib, Aqil used to be a blind man. And he had a very poor condition. His health was poor and his financial state was poor. Ali ibn Abi Talib narrates this. He himself, he said, أَمَا وَاللَّهِ لَقَدْ جَاءَنِي عَقِيلٌ وَقَدْ أَمْلَقْ. By God, Aqil came to me while I was the Khalifa. He came and he was in abject poverty. وَأَوْلَى وَرَأَيْتُ أَوْلَادَهُ فَالشُّعُورُ غُبْرَ الْأَلْوَانِ مِنْ جُوعِهِمْ. I looked at his children, their faces have changed, have darkened. Why? Because of hunger, because of starvation. فَاسْتَمَاحَنِي مِنْ بُرِّكُمْ صَاعًا. Then whatever he asked for single handful of wheat. From where? From Bayt al-Mal. Aqil, who is deprived, starving, blind, and hungry, came to Ali ibn Abi Talib with his children, and they are starving from hunger. He came and asked for a handful of wheat. You know what Ali ibn Abi Talib did? فَأَحْمَيْتُ لَهُ حَدِيدًا. I grabbed the iron and I heated the iron. I inflamed the iron, then I brought it close to his hand. Once he felt the heat, he screamed and cried loud. I told him, ثَكَلَتْكَ الثَّوَاكِلُ يَا عَقِيلُ أَتَئِنُّ مِن نَارٍ أَوْقَدَهَا إِنسَانُهَا لِلَعْبِهِ وَتَجُرُّنِي إِلَى نَارٍ سَجَّرَهَا جَبَّارُهَا لِغَضَبِهِ. You are moaning and crying from a rod that has been heated by an insan who did it as a toy, just to toy with you, while you're pulling me to Nar Jahannam, to the fire that the Lord has ignited for his right. This is one incident of justice of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Can you ever see anyone even close to that justice? A man is from Khawarij, the enemy of Ali ibn Abi Talib, comes to him in the masjid and tells him, from now on I will not do prayers behind you. I will not come to the masjid. I will not accept your leadership, and I will abandon you. In return, Ali ibn Abi Talib gives him three things. He tells him, number one, لا نمنعكم مساجد الله. You come to the masjid anytime. ولا نمنعكم الفيء. Your allowance will come to your door. You don't need to come to Bayt al-Mal and wait in line to ask Ali ibn Abi Talib for a few dirhams. Ali ibn Abi Talib will send you the money himself. وَلَا نُقَاتِلُكُمْ مَا زَالَتْ أَيْدِينَا فِي أَيْدِيكُمْ أو أَيْدِيكُمْ فِي أَيْدِينَا. We will not fight you as long as your hands are in my hands, in our hand. But once you break your pledge and you jeopardize the safety of society, then it is my duty to defend the society. Then I will come to rescue the society and I will fight you. This is Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. The third criteria, I will need to keep everything short to continue. And here is a hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, says, كَفِّي وَكَفُّ عَلِيٍّ فِي الْعَدْلِ سَوَاءً. My hand and hand of Ali ibn Abi Talib in justice is the same. Whether Ali ibn Abi Talib rules or I rule, both are considered to be from Allah. Both are equal amounts, equal value. And this is narrated by Al-Khatib al-Baghdadi, Al-Muttaq al-Hindi, Ibn Asakir, and the rest of the great scholars of Muslim Sunnah. That's what it is narrated. The third one is the courage. Who can reach the courage of Ali ibn Abi Talib? We will specify, inshallah, the third night when we have some glimpse of some aspect of the courage of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Ali ibn Abi Talib, his shield did not have a back. They told him, why don't you have a back in your shield? He said, why would I need to have a shield? I would rather die if I want to give my back to the enemy. أي يومي من الموت أفر يوم لم يقدر لي أو يوم قدر. Which day I run from death? The day that is not assigned on me. If it's not assigned, so why would I run from death? Or the day that is assigned on me. If it's assigned, God has decreed death on me, then no matter what I do, eventually I will die. That was the courage of Ali ibn Abi Talib. In a single word, he said, وَاللَّهِ لَوْ تَظَاهَرَتِ الْعَرَبُ عَلَىٰ قِتَالِي لَمَا وَلَّيْتُ عَنْهَا. If the entire Arab nations come to fight me, and I am on the right track, I will not give them my back. I will keep fighting. The many incidents, take it from the time that he slept in the bed of Rasulullah, remember the night that I spoke about it, to the Badr, to Uhud, to Khandaq, and you keep naming. While look at the great Sahaba. Again, with no insult, no attacking, with all due respect. Just read the translation of this ayah, tafsir, the interpretation of this ayah in the great Sunni books of tafsir. Don't look at the Shia. One of them is a Tafsir al-Kabir for Fakhr al-Razi. He's one of the greatest scholars of our dear brothers, the Sunni brothers. What does he say? Again, wallah, my point here is not to insult. I'm just reciting what they have said. He has said in the interpretation of this ayah, إن الذين تولوا منكم يوم التقى الجمعان إنما استزلهم الشيطان ببعض ما كسبوا. The ayah says, those people who ran away on day of battle in Uhud, Shaytan has fooled them. This is the ayah as it said. Now, if you go, this ayah is in Surah Al-Imran. If you go to volume 9, page 52 of this tafsir, you see this person is saying this. وَمِنَ الْمُنْهَزِمِينَ فِي أُحُدْ عُمَرْ. One of those who ran away on day of Uhud was Umar. إِلَّا إِنَّهُ لَمْ يَكُنْ مِنْ أَوَائِلِ الْمُنْهَزِمِينَ. He was not the first one to run, but he was one of the ones who ran away. وَلَمْ يَبْعُدْ. He did not run too much, did not run away too much. بَلْ ثَبَتَ عَلَى الْجَبَلِ. He went to the mountain and stayed on the mountain. Then he said, who else have run away in the battle? وَمِنْهُمْ عُثْمَانَ. Uthman was a second one. انهزم مع رجلين من الأنصار. Run away with two people from Ansar. Their name, one of them is Sa'ad and the other one is Uqba. انهزموا حتى بلغوا موضعا بعيدا. They run away until they reach a far away place. ثم رجعوا بعد 3 أيام. They did not come back until 3 days. 3 days. Wallah, my point here is not to insult. I leave it to everybody's judgment. Somebody who ran away from the battle and comes back after 3 days, 3 consecutive days. And this is narrated in Tafsir al-Kabir for Al-Fakhr al-Razi. Here you have to compare between the two. You decide who is more courageous, Ali ibn Abi Talib or someone else. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Don't want to take your time, I will go very fast. Our point, what do we say? Our point number 1, imamah, leadership is decided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Divine decree from Allah. No one, even the Prophet himself, cannot interfere with this. When you read the ayat, the verses, always, Allah says, I have appointed the imamah. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنْ. Allah tested Ibrahim and then قال إني جاعلك للناس إماما. I am the one who appoints you as an imam. يا داود إنا جعلناك خليفة في الأرض. We have appointed you as a khalifa. ونريد أن نمن على الذين استضعفوا في الأرض ونجعلهم أئمة ونجعلهم الوارثين وجعلنا